are taking control.
Hello, and welcome again to another Don't Hug Me I'm Scared 6 video. After reading all the feedback you guys had on the new video, I felt it necessary to come back and go over a few of the things that I missed in the original video. So let's begin. Now, one of the biggest things pointed out to me was something I was surprised I missed. The video at the time had been very quickly and a few details slipped through the cracks. So yes, at about 4:16 in my previous video, you can see Roy in the background. Now on to the next biggest thing. A lot of you made a comment on how I never came back to the Admit 1 ticket in the first video. At the time, I did not know its significance, but I think that I can safely say that I know now. The numbers 190655 have appeared pretty frequently throughout the series. Now, since this is a UK company, that made it safe to assume that this is the date, June 19th, 1955, which, coincidentally, is the day that the first movie theater opened. Considering the series has handled themes of manipulation via the media, I believe that the Admit 1 ticket only solidifies this connection, and can explain its presence in the scrapbook. It's more of a nod from the creators of the show to people who had made the connection previously. And now on to the main point of this video, and what I believe to be one of the biggest issues I've seen criticized with the video. I have heard multiple people telling me that Roy is in fact the yellow guy's father. Now, the only proof of this is there's a clip where Yellow Guy calls him Dad. However, this is wrong. One of the biggest mistakes people make when interpreting abstract media nowadays is to think that the characters giving them the information can be 100% trusted. I'm not saying Yellow Guy is intentionally lying to the viewer, but that he himself knows as much as we do. By his voice and interactions with the other characters, it is often perceived that he is probably the character with the least intelligence. So he could look at someone older than him, but looks a lot like him, and assume that he is, in fact, his father. Frankly, the evidence supporting the fact that Roy is Yellow Guy is greater than that of Roy being Yellow Guy's father. This brings me to another issue. You can't take what you see in the video at face value. These characters take place in a world that's entirely separate from our own, with a logic entirely separate from our own. We need to interpret and look for metaphors, never take anything at face value. One could argue that this is the whole point of the series, to try and convince people that they can't trust the media, that they should always look for the deeper and more hidden meaning in anything they look at. As I mentioned in my previous video, the series handles themes of manipulation via mass media, but it also handles themes of maturity, growing up to see the world around you for what it really is, and not for what you're told it to be. On to the last thing I feel needs to be covered, the date changing at the end of the last video. Honestly, I toiled with this one for quite a while, and the community seems kind of split on it too. Probably the most common theory is the whole cycle continues theory, that this whole series is what the characters go through on a daily basis. This would play into some of the very first theories on Don't Hug Me I'm Scared being some kind of metaphor for the afterlife and characters being cursed to an eternity of purgatory. However, I disagree. The inherent moral of the series is to try and see the deeper meaning in things, to always challenge the world around you and question everything you come across. I think this shows two things. One, that it's best to take it a day at a time, and two, that it's a day-to-day struggle to try and accomplish it. That you will always be met with something similar, yet changed every day, and that it's up to you to adapt. It's up to you to change and grow up and mature, to not let these things consume you and make you a husk of your former self. My message seemed very depressing in the last video, but honestly, this series is a hopeful one that treats each and every one of its viewers as an intelligent, independent human being, fully capable of understanding whatever life throws at them. This message is one of hope going into the future. One that shows that we will not be manipulated, that we will look at the world and see what it is for what it is instead of what we are told that it is. We will do research, we will discover, we will come up with new ideas and new interpretations for things that we've seen. We won't let ourselves be manipulated by the media. We will be independent from it, capable of controlling our own fates and destinies. Messages like these that are so subtly told through clues, hints, and interpretations of the storytelling throughout the series are what really make this the best and most interesting abstract art series on YouTube currently. I look forward to seeing what this company's future endeavors are, and will be following their projects adamantly. First-degree armed criminal action.
Loneliest number since the number one.
You never know who might be waiting for you. And for those with children,